the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
For Mamma Moa, more Joe, and watching, and Fambra, your #1 channel, so Nsem-Pii TV. Now, Mamma found Kupimo Supreme Court, of course, Monim the free Supreme Court over. Say, won't ya, and quickly, no, Yabeka, the year 2020, as within January 16th, 2020, and that time, na President Nana Danko Kufuado, true, na buying. And answer the lawyer penny go Freddy Abuadami at the NDC for Nipa Bear for Aquaco court about NCA scandal and other things. Now, case in a question and Kevin a Taylor or some Choni within Juma or America at the my NDC. Kevin Taylor at the video BDD judge and atom. And now the chain and a judge, a issue contempt. Contempt they become a IGP, become a BNI, become a national security, they become a Ghana immigration service. Say until say Kevin Taylor be every assassination. Anytime we are Kevin Taylor BC Ghana biano. Sa Jumeku and 9 BNI national security, immigration, the police, and show who say ye beche Kevin Taylor, Albejina court or no judge, Enim inti na Kevin Taylor intimi bagana until recently na Paul Adumoche ma yete say wa bagana ma ye de net Accra and a whole lot of things and then so now Kevin Taylor abagana send Paul Adumoche kind and then wakoko pimo Supreme Court na okoye judges makomako 5 and ode na asem koto nanim ode na asem koto manim na asem ne say sa arrest warrant na judge Eric Bafo assign 2020 so no Kevin Taylor bagana yencheno no or stress Supreme Court embo sakrata ningu na onya ne fa ahudi na afi wontimi mbra Ghana wa bra obeba abedi ne djuma police anase immigration anase BNI encheno and the judges makomako 5 from tana seven so Justice Senyor Jamafe, Justice Gabriel Simon Subari, Justice Philip Bright Mensah, Justice Ernest Joe omune tena asem so na ne tintin titim nyina say judges makomako 4 eje Kevin Taylor 72 amomobile to agu ana do toso ana say ba ko de Justice Ernest Joe ese ono de obepese Kevin Taylor arrest warrant no still be maintained na Kevin Taylor no ba court o abon no smarts a shani suit o kotena ne kemu na yawo 2 ya okoya asemi aba bepim e wan Nsem-Pii FM 94.7 ana lawyer Philip Osebonsu a we dwumadi no echiame one o mahen kwabena sante na obi kiremu semasa se Kevin Taylor dwen se asem no ano a enye no an in fact obi e ma deep analysis e ma implications se Kevin Taylor kra no obetima bagana da be tama no nyamba Ghana be file application o Supreme Court no ankasa no na oba Ghana ekwan bes na no fa so ba among other things obi a very very brilliant and interesting analysis am person obejebre na wati lawyer Philip Osebonsu host ekosi say that was Nsem-Pii from 94.7
for Muntaka, and that's the decision. You recall, in the year 2020, Justice Eric Cheba, who is currently a Justice of the Court of Appeal, in 2020, sitting as a High Court judge, and issues a bench warrant, for the arrest of Kevin Taylor, say Omra Court to come and show cause why he should not be punished for contempt of court. In that sense, ex facie curia contempt. In the contempt, there was the Nipaniwa court room before the judge, what committee contempt, and outside the court room, then so what committee contempt. Into way ex facie curia, and you know outside the court. In the Justice Chamber for issues a bench warrant, In the Supreme Court etna. Of course, there is the argument say, until the certiorari application will be granted, our court never quash High Court decision. The decision still stood. Inti if say Kevin Taylor eba kromha timer na your friend is saying bench warrant was still in existence. Now was a police for channel, and as a name was a police for channel. It's an argument which is open, but the Supreme Court decision is say Oma kwashe that whole decision. Matete, the argument about timer or chain, I didn't know chain ya na feina or they a seminal echo Supreme Court. I think there is a difference between an appeal and a judicial review. It is a uko case with lower court now lose, so I would say you have the right to appeal. In the appeal, it's a criminal case. Emranage days are what to appeal. I think criminal case about 1 month. Say a civil or 3 months. And numpono, you can still apply to court to seek leave for extension of time within which to file the appeal. It is our kind at the home. But also we know a judicial review, and there are cases from the court that say for judicial review applications, especially if say we call about natural justice principles, say before say court ni be decided, lower court ni be decided no, yama hearing.
Yeah.
And it breaches the audio altering partem rule, and only you can go any time to quash that particular decision. And I think that is what happened in this case. As to say,
yeah, the time to respond to charges now, a ball no.
Bench warrant, because I think the Supreme Court relied on the Republic versus High Court Land Division ex parte Kennedy Japan case, no, and Supreme Court rely on say omu free say the because our case now. Honorable Kennedy Japan insulted High Court judge on TV allegedly, and now in respect of land litigation, and then the Supreme Court air quash orders say the court no na more predetermined as no why na dwen awie in the nipa ne ba nanim kra na based on comment be a judge make you know why na dwen awie. In that same principle the court na adopt here in this particular case. I've not gotten the full way, you know, in the way a snippet on social media, but I think the real issue in this one and it's once the bench warrant was active, because ACC and the Supreme Court a ruling no and oma quashes our decision no. Into from all these years and a bench warrant here active no
until say be question.
So
by Chroma before say be question. So say
the state should have acted. The state where one assembly yake.
Obi yo issue for why enka ho asem. Enkosi aga.
And that's where the real issue is. But as to time of filing the case, any the identity, there is no issue about it. Really.
Say say pen. Yes, say pen. Say pen.
Yeah, but let's see how it goes. I mean, that's
issue for enka ho asem na. But there be maka the way obi atem the dia 10 year e do so e mem no. E time. And it's so sad say when a dear temper and people can pen for pipe in a show much.
Yes.
A year time. A year time. From Nsem-Pii to foot soldiers. The way I dim penny for them, it will crum her. Now, when I a dear tamos no ye more.
Yes.
You ask yourself, so what kind of country any building? Is this the Ghana that we want? Is this the Ghana that we want?
Yes.
And I check your commenter a war stream ya say. E be 10 years ya.
Oh, sir, baby na spoof account. Baby na just
it will be bisa won say eye dianko. It is say you no be nya you ntimi kan wasem. Abra wonni nipa kwaratem. It's a subculture. I don't know where it's coming. I don't know where it's coming from here to say. And then now most of me sad no. And I say nipa do na epogium so. So you ask yourself say, "O man no sa na epe." Na mo ye na ye ntimi nyentu obi ye dia. Ye mana mo. No koso nye.
We centurion ni ebeka say we bold journalist.
Una odi mpanyefo
we di mpanyefo atem. Yes, we bold journalist.
Nobody man penny si wonom. No, furo man penny. And I ask myself say maybe I think say I'll say a sako back BM na sa mara ya president go for the peso no ya 20 January free one me.
Criminal libel.
That is obi because intimi say intimi nkoso sa.
The challenge
obi intimi nkoso sa.
The challenge there crown is say unse sisia no you have rights in law obitimi akọ court to go and vindicate into say nipa ne cast, even in the absence of the criminal libel, no say nipa ne cast na defamatory. You can issue way against the person for defamation. First, what happened is the person might go to jail for publishing untruth and it's you baby free. But when the person defames you, there you can take the person to court. Still, and you have right within our laws.
Too much. Too much, Obi. Too much.
And I think the state should not be seen condoning
such acts.
That is my only worry in all of this. The state should not be seen condoning Saniyaman.
How can we live in a country now? Akwada, omo brenu babia. O high dying. Ni feru akura etuno.
Yes.
But otimi koto data to Ghana citizens no the social media no depend ni mo a wabone bra atem all because oya amanyosem. All because oya amanyosem. All because obi a kira adwena oni pa akura adwene enhia. It was so dinner time.
I don't understand Sadi and say Obi maintains Obi can't say uni ni pan in yarding.
It's so dinner time.
They think say at him the DNA result. I mean, because if you have an opinion on the issue, state your opinion.
State your point. Let your argument be superior to the panel. The Okaniakas Pampa, the Obi would your Kayates here. Not the any attempt na bra near TV so. And the media commission are toothless. SM12 for the TV new radio so hey dear time media commission to me nya Robert answer obemo be nya sekadura e dia so kwa kwache no obi so you ask us it sa institutions ye twa mo ka so mo nya den o mine fapem Ghana fapem e ye nidie no oboye wo mampani ene nkwada Amanfo take a medium. Ya yenim the rich. And now ya so Nsem-Pii from ye. We cannot count the number of people listening or watching on social media. No be the TV so na ye nya say oh dia time sa na wo media commission penia but so me so abite ni sika ehwia ne ka. Na to ye dey.
And I'm also thinking
near wo media ye wo radio station TV station penfo a ye to because ye nka omo. Ye ni ono na tem. Oy papa ni yedi la tem. Etu you okay? Na be kona pani be na control room. Na ni dwuma ni na odi atem no more fire. Then you ask yourself, what kind of country are we building? Se me ni obi nya adwe se me di na tem. Asero bi akasa kwese se make sense.
I think we have to be responsible as citizens. Cheers. I mean, we all have a role to play in the development we seek. Inti mama yenya responsible. The country, we don't have time, sir. You need time. Inti we don't have to waste precious airtime on new man. You need time. We also speed that other countries. Fortunately, other countries in one new mabia yeni. Because we don't have the benefit of big population. The population is well, it would compare Nigeria, they compare even Kenya. Well, Kenya is 60 million plus. And the things they can do with their population, we don't have, you know. And meanwhile, Africans, over countries are the world. Ghana, and we have to do the things that are necessary. And that's why I decided, say, we should lift the conversation, because in the entertainment space, it was huge potential at the mind as of mine. The entertainment space, the potential it can give us is unimaginable. But you reduce the entertainment space to unnecessary controversy. And I say, entertainment bloggers, journalists, interviewer, when you key player, bit says Tomboy, and Miss G ni we one and a half. General, a filing nolly prosecutor in yet another case.
Okay.
In his statement about nolly prosecutor, the Republic versus Kwabena Dufo and 7 others. The Honorable Attorney General has today entered a nolly prosecutor in the case of the Republic versus Kwabena Dufo and 7 others, while the exercise of this prosecutorial discretion requires no explanation under law, the Attorney General, in the spirit of accountability and transparency, considers it appropriate to provide the public with a rationale behind this decision. Okay, until for where the rationale but for all the others, there's a rationale behind. The first opunimone
we say constitution man sa akonya.
Oh yes.
So I think you have decided to bring the rationale behind
with this one. Now other ones there.
This will be Attorney General. Obi. Small baby savvy. What can I cut away?
Once he decides to exercise discretion in this way, we also have the right to ask him, say, I didn't the other one, the one farmer.
So we know, say, Utimi exercise some discretion powers.
No, you know what the start
okay. So let's leave it like that.
Yeah, man, yes, sir.
Yeah, man, yes, sir. Why? Philip say, what can cut
away?
What can cut away? Philip say, what can we?
Number one, rationale, number one.
Okay.
As may be recalled, the Republic versus Kwabena Dufo and 7 others case formed part of a broader set of prosecutions arising out of the financial sector cleanup exercise, which the state has been undertaking since the year 2018. The central objective of these prosecutions has been to A, ensure accountability for public funds, and more importantly, recover losses occasioned to the state through various alleged acts of financial impropriety. 3. In pursuit of this objective, the Office of the Attorney General, in collaboration with other relevant state agencies, established a threshold of 60% recovery of the alleged losses to the state as a condition for reconsidering prosecution in specific cases. What did you can say there? 4. Following prolonged negotiations and engagement, the accused persons in the Republic versus Kwabena Dufo and 7 others case have met the recovery threshold. Accordingly, in furtherance of public interest and considering the significant recoveries made for the state, the Honorable Attorney General has satisfied himself that continuing with the prosecution will not serve any additional public purpose. This decision, however, does not imply an absence of wrongdoing nor a vindication of any conduct. It is a pragmatic step in line with the overarching national interest of recovering state resources. The Honorable Attorney General remains resolute in his commitment to upholding the rule of law, protecting the public purse, and pursuing justice in all matters of national importance. Thank you. Honorable Dr. Justice Remsai and assigning.
Okay.
It essentially the Attorney General can say cases na air cost or court financial sector cleanup ne hono.
Yeah.
Office of the Attorney General and relevant state agencies editumu say wo a nsema a court efa financial sector cleanup no mine fee say udi boni bi.
Okay.
O mine sika bi akwa kodi wo ho a enye mra kwan so na enu nti o mine de wo court no. Omo buy into this for the want of a better expression, gentleman's agreement.
Okay.
Say sika ba be di wo ho no. Say wutimi tuamu 60%.
Okay.
Edema o mine back a o mine case ye no wo court nyina ye be jai wo say fa wo hudi.
Okay.
O ka say eno no enkyere say onye bone. Why a bone there? But in the interest of the state and in line with the state decisions here, see recover sika akodi amanfo no. What is 60% ba?
Okay.
Na eja
so o man ni wo sika no de ko na e kodi boto bone mu no.
So o man anywhere no so. But who say etwetwe aso kakra because of the precedent it set. Because enuntina ye wo plea bargain, see ye wo act for plea bargain.
Yeah.
On the see be a plea bargain act no. Na a Court Act, no, I think section 30 of the Court Act. And now betimi aba under in case of plea bargain.
Okay.
It yemfa say why a bone? O mine the wako court.
Yeah.
O mine no na sa mrane wo ho say me jitum hu say case your mine de makoko ne de. Me defo mentimi ni bem.
Okay.
Metimi ni Attorney General.
That's one mine lawyer no.
Yes. Edding komo say ade we dey me pese me plead guilty.
Okay.
Na sika na eba bedi me ho no.
That's a sika.
Sika.
Okay.
Na metria because on say plea bargain enya offense bia na obetima ko plea bargain.
Yeah, criminal matters in count.
Yes, into won mean that say one rape obi
and all ko be you know me call for plea bargain. Yeah. Like what bomb manika.
Yes, but I don't know it will be criminal because what yamra say criminal.
Yeah.
But enya criminal offense bia na obetimi plea akwa under plea bargain.
Okay.
Good. It is say your sikasemsin we ni ade na obetima akwa under plea bargain. But say what happens they say Attorney General no kwa agreement. Say waji atum opese wutua na Attorney General akọ court.
Okay.
Na court na catch say okay tieska no. And the court would then, because on your own plea say me different no, the court will convict you.
Okay.
You understand?
Sir, court bo de udi honfo.
Okay. The court never convict you. But on sentence.
Okay.
On sentence.
Okay.
And the sentence will be suspended. Pending say ubetia sikano. Say when timi entua Attorney General will come back to court say nipa na oka so obetua sikano ontua
ehye no ne yakọ so betua enu da se do atwa we no ontimi sa
ontimi nye
so fachem yo when they set the terms of payment like the stagnation of the payment no
between wo any Attorney General
mo number set nam the aba court okay
and court neji tumu a na court na suspended or sentence no.
Okay.
Mind you say you've been convicted or you're guilty.
Okay.
In the proper sense of the way you are an ex-convict.
Okay.
You're convicted.
Yeah.
But will sentence in the be holding in abeyance.
Okay.
Say Tiesikano when Timi and Tia the Attorney General will go back to court and tell the court say nipa no nye den ontimi Tia. It is sentence now suspended you know.
Okay.
Afa ye den fabono.
Okay.
And in the Atuesian case that is what happened.
Yeah. So wentimi antwia ebre no akasa gitum so betua wentimi antwia okay
in the omukoko makọ ne Simon another grace period wentimi antwia and then
you know say you refer back to custodial sentence.
Yes.
Okay, so with Dr. Kwabena for
and what I'm saying is when we have that law in place na bibi say esi na Attorney General in this statement gitum say entrese nipa ne nye bone
okay
then I thought say then maybe why don't you let the accused person come under the plea bargain law. Well, and also no, the end of that process no will be say
okay.
It will still get our money anyway.
With a 60% agreement.
60% to say 100%
okay.
No, we'll get our money. When to me and Tria, there is custodial sentence. Okay. Because now if this should allow to fly, then say Ochina no, it is Ochina, another person and so quite the same thing.
Yeah.
AG kase already be going to say agreement they say to 60% the found would be
okay obi
I think it's something we have to
but
we'll
you
have
see
to watch
we dey misro that my menstrual na mentwe mo fam from because mo can be I might not be fair in it.
That's fine.
Dr. Kwabena for
that's fine.
Me wofa prekope
that's fine. I'll grant you that. I'll grant you that. I'll grant you. But I think I've stated my way on this. That's what it is.
Me so if say beto aso me hu ade bia bobo free me ankasa me kroma sante mampon.
Okay.
Won said na otwe mu na mampani atena ye edecrata bi APH nim sa fe finally yenya MC for Asante Mampong.
Yes.
Na me hu esensema wodo bia eba na manfo sorry kasa wo so babu no bi kura ebru nnuane ade mesre me kroma hemfo mesdomo se enye ne mabunu bi ewo ndc am yokomu Asante Mampong ko ye maybe bia nanka anye too much of a challenge say ye nwie ye amampani abone de so meye abanam sini ewo. I think our primary focus should not be who is coming but what is bringing on board.
Na nipa no mampani abone de no unim no personally.
Me nim ne personally.
Okay.
Yes, but na meti so mu raise concern nyina say NDC staff obi koka say Asante yes na yakofa obi onya Asante so meye MC.
Yes.
Ye best yemfa sa boni die no efa mampani because Ghana constitution a hye ne sa esma mampani no ho kwanya so betimi apa oni po besi na ndem o mesime so kopim se be sha se yeto mesime so aba na echitabi won my yemfa no so na make us say our primary focus should be say what is he bringing on board.
Yes.